Okay. Hey, everybody. This is Haley Hobson. I've got my friend and business partner, one of my downline with me, Tom Polifka. And today we want to talk to you about how to build an essential oil business. We realize this is like a hot commodity right now, right? Essential oils are like all over the place, and people, including myself, are doing really quite well building home-based businesses, really flexible businesses. And as we know, the direct marketing network marketing model is phenomenal. And so we want to teach you how to build the same type of business face to face or online with essential oils as well. So I want to introduce my friend Tom. He is also a doTERRA wellness advocate. He's been an entrepreneur for a long time, investing in real estate. He's been an online marketer for years and has also had traditional face to face businesses that he's owned as well. And he believes in, as I do, the passive income approach and actually coaches on that. And as well, he's a husband and he's a father as well.
And I'd like to thank Haley for the time today, and definitely want to go over a few things about my co-host here. If you're not familiar with Haley, she's a rock star in the network marketing community. She is a double presidential diamond wellness advocate with doTERRA. And she considers herself a mompreneur, and she really focuses in on holistic health and lifestyle coaching. She is a seven-figure earner in this business of network marketing. She's a speaker and an author, and a wife and a mother. Thanks again for the time today, Haley, and looking forward to talking about this opportunity.
Yeah, this opportunity is great, you guys. So what we want to talk to you about is basically how to evaluate an opportunity when it's in front of you. I know that people are presented with opportunities all the time, probably on a daily basis. And there's a couple of factors that we want you to take into account. One is the company itself. What does the company do? What do they sell? What are they about? Who are their owners? What kind of message or ethics or culture does the company have? Two, is there a need for the product? Is it something that's highly consumable? Are people using it on a daily basis, on a monthly basis? Will they replenish their orders? What is the product like? Is it all natural? Is it holistic? Is it something that that people are doing animal testing on? Like, what kind of product is, and is there a need for it? And then, the things that I focused on when I got involved, because I came in, although I loved the product, I was really looking at it from a business standpoint. I know Tom was too. And I think it was really important to understand the compensation model. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. And the timing coming into the company. You never actually want to join a network marketing company necessarily like right in the beginning, because you don't know whether or not it's going to make it. And sometimes companies have been around 20, 30 years or so, and their time is kind of over. So the opportunity right now is great. This is the perfect timing. We've got the best plan. We've got a company, a product that's highly consumable. We've got a company that actually cares.
Yeah, and hitting on the company part, what makes doTERRA unique? Well, it is the largest essential oil company in the world. They have a very interesting sharing model. It's product focused versus most network marketing companies. You're going to see that majority of them are going to focus on an opportunity first. And really what this allows us to do is really capture a lot of product focused people, customers. What they've done is they've been able to build their business debt-free with no outside interest or funding. So all of their decisions are made in-house. And that's obviously led by an executive team that has over 150 years of combined industry experience from all walks of life, business, marketing, and healthcare professionals as well.
And so I want to talk to you a little bit about the company and how much it's growing and how much of a powerful business model it actually is. The company was established in 2008. So we've been around now for almost 8 years or 8 years. The annual sales actually hit over $1 billion annually in 2015. This is huge. The fastest time it's usually taken people to earn annual revenues in the $1 billion mark have been, I think the closest one was actually maybe like 11 years or, then 15, 16 years. And we did it in 5 or 7. Sorry, I can't do math today. doTERRA is an international business, meaning that we do business all over the world. And we are industry leading in retention. We'll talk about that in a little while. Retention is important because we want to make sure that our consumer is actually wanting to buy the product again and again. And this is what Tom talked about earlier. When you're dealing with a company that's mainly opportunity focused, it's hard to retain your customers. And what we also love about doTERRA is that they're socially responsible. They have a co-impact sourcing component to the company, and we have some details about that we'll discuss in a little while as well. So Tom, do you actually want to talk about the retention a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is honestly one of the major reasons why I'm with doTERRA, and I believe in their model wholeheartedly. When you look at a business, especially doing a business opportunity, you want to look at a couple key things, but obviously one of them is getting paid over and over again. Really, the only way to do that is to ensure that there are customers coming back and purchasing a product. And when you have a high retention rate, what it shows is that it shows you that the customers love the product and they're going to be willing to come back over and over again. And basically this 65% average retention rate, compared to the industry average of about 8%, it's astronomical. And when you look at an opportunity to make money and a residual income, meaning making money years down the road for work that you put in, a couple years before, it's something that if you're getting paid on customers over and over again and having a high retention rate, there's less work that you have to do to keep those people in your business. One of the other things too is obviously it attracts new business builders. People want to be a part of a company that has great products that people want and actively search out for. So having the high retention is very important.
Yeah. And, the need is another thing that's really important too. And this actually is what creates our retention. These days, 73% of the general population is actually looking to improve their health and looking to natural products to actually improve it. So this is really important. I think, had this company come around maybe 30 years ago, we would have not had the same retention that we have right now. But this is like the perfect time for people are waking up and they want to use natural products in their body, on their body. 51% of the general population, by the way, has actually used essential oil. So you're not talking to somebody about something that nobody's ever heard of. Have you ever heard of those companies who walk around with products that you really have to really explain to people because they have no idea what it is? Well, it's not that difficult because almost everyone has heard of essential oils now and over half the population has used them. But the good news is of this general population, only 13% are actually familiar with doTERRA essential oils themselves, which means you've got a large share of the market share to go after.
Yeah, I think going back to the product-focused model, when you look at doTERRA as an opportunity, really you're going to look at about 85% of the enrollees are going to be people that looking really to save money on the discounts at a wholesale rate. The other 15% are really going to be looking at it as a business opportunity. And what this says is it actually says that majority of people really love the product and are coming to doTERRA really just to grab great essential oils and essential oil products. And then 15% of the wholesale members are going to be looking at the opportunity to really grow a profitable business. And I think what also sets apart doTERRA on a product perspective is going to be there are different grades of essential oils that Haley will mention here, but really some amazing numbers to come up.
Yeah, so let's talk about the grade of the oils for a second. What makes doTERRA different? Well, honestly, it's the way that they actually source their oils, work with their growers, then distill their oils, and then how they actually test their oils to make sure that their oils are actually 100% certified pure therapeutic grade. And I mean, there's a difference between therapeutic grade and there's a difference between certified pure therapeutic grade. We actually made up that trademark, but we had to, honestly, because there was no one else going to the length that we were going to in order to test these oils. So basically, certified pure therapeutic grade oils they're pure, they're natural aromatic compounds, and they don't contain any fillers or any artificial ingredient that would dilute their active qualities, and they're completely free from contaminants such as pesticides or any other chemical residues. And it's also important, as much as it's important to keep the contaminants out of the oils, it's also really important to guarantee safety and effectiveness. And like I said, many oils will claim, or many oil companies will claim to be therapeutic grade, and some may be pure, but very few are subjected to the rigorous testing standards that we go through. And we've got our oils cross-tested using mass spectrometry, gas chromatography, and that basically ensures that the extract purity and composition potency of every single batch of oils. And we're also, by the way, working very closely with a global network of leading essential oil chemists and growers to select the right species so that they will be grown in the ideal environments, carefully harvested at the right time. I remember seeing a video once of how our jasmine was harvested, and the growers out there, they literally knew the exact time of the day that each petal on every flower had to be picked. And you could hear them in their cute accent saying, oh, this one at 1 p.m. and this one at midnight. Like they knew exactly what time to harvest these plants. And so they're very skillfully extracted by really experienced distillers. And then they're subjected to chemical analysis to ensure the purity. And as a result, you guys, these oils are without any doubt the best essential oils in the world right now.
So basically what we've done so far is we've talked about doTERRA as a company, the need for the products, and then the product themselves. So what it comes down to is how does the business work? I think there's three questions that most people will ask. You're looking at how much does it cost to get started? Any business does have an investment. How do I do the business? How does it actually work? And then how much can I earn? So when we look at doing starting up the business with doTERRA, you're going to look at the cost of doing business. What you want to look at is you want to look at the starting with an enrollment kit. And I'm not sure, Haley, do you want to kind of handle
Sure.
the startup?
Yeah, sure. So basically, you guys, there's a couple different ways to get started. I mean, if somebody just wants to buy oils, they can obviously go to a site of someone who has an account and purchase retail, or they can go ahead and sign up for their own wellness advocate or wholesale account, which is, honestly, in my opinion, the smarter way to go. It's a lot less expensive, and there's not any obligation unless you're looking to earn money. And then there's 100 PV, which is similar to dollars monthly requirement if you want to build this as a business and want to earn commissions, which is pretty smart, considering that you do kind of have to use the product to sell the product. It's really hard to be good at sharing this product if you're not really a product of the product. But anyway, when you go ahead and you become a wellness advocate and you start with a kit, you waive the $35 fee that happens when you don't start with a kit. So two options, retail or wholesale. And then if you go wholesale, $35 or enrollment kit. And when you start with an enrollment kit, there's many different options. There's enrollment kits that start as low as $150, some sample size kits. Like for instance, the picture that you see at the bottom of the screen here is more of a sample size kit. I mean, the bottles are 15 mil and not 5, but you're just getting, your basic 10 oils. And then there's other larger, mid-size, and then larger business kits that start at, closer to the $500 range, go up into the $1,700 and then even $2,500 range, depending on, how much product you want and how serious you are about getting started right away. When you do invest in a larger kit, you do get more benefits, plain and simple. doTERRA's throwing in a lot of free product with the bigger kits. They're also throwing in a lot of free product credit. So for instance, with a kit like this, the Home Essentials, you're not saving much other than you're getting wholesale. But when you go to the next level, you actually get all of these products, plus you get about another $350 worth of product that you're getting for free in this kit. In other words, your entire kit ends up being about 3 times the size of this, but only twice the amount in what you're paying, and you get $100 credit too. And as you go up to the bigger kits, you just save more and more. Instead of getting a $100 credit, you might get a $200 credit. Instead of a $200 credit, you might get a $400 credit. Instead of saving $350 on the mid-size natural solutions kit, you're actually saving closer to $600 with an every oil kit. You're actually saving closer to $1,000 with the diamond kit. So as you invest in a larger kit, you have more benefits. And feel free to come back to me, come back to Tom, or come back to whoever sent you to this webinar to talk about the benefits of the larger kits. Once you go ahead and open your wholesale account, you have the option of enrolling in what's called the Loyalty Rewards Program. And when you are in the Loyalty Rewards Program, this is when you're eligible to get what's called the fast start bonuses, meaning if you help somebody else open a wholesale account, you get paid. So you're getting your product wholesale, you're qualifying for commissions when somebody else comes on board with you, and you're also receiving another 10 to 30% back in product credit on your monthly orders, as well as receiving a free product of the month. So I know that this can sound confusing. I just spouted off a whole bunch of things, but no worries. We've got the info for you that we can talk to you about it again in person. We also have training videos for you that we can send you to. So feel free again to reach out to us or whoever that sent you here so you can really understand the value of which kit to purchase and how to enroll in the loyalty program.
Yeah, I think you did a great job of explaining that. I know it can be confusing when you start anything new, whether it's a new business or a job or whatever it might be. And, speaking of starting something new, one of the biggest things I think that people are going to run across is a lot of questions, wondering, how do I get trained? Most people will come into this with maybe little knowledge of the industry and how to grow this business. I can tell you the most powerful thing about network marketing and doTERRA specifically, the comprehensive training program that we have is second to none. Haley will mention in a few minutes here about a new website and training and marketing platform that she's created, which is amazing. So beyond just training videos, these training programs, you're also going to get a lot of support from your sponsor and your team. There's nothing to be said about having more people to rely on to bounce questions off of, having teammates, people that have the same interests and mindset that you have is also very important. Access to a back office. This is a virtual back office that allows you to basically manage your business, looking at sales and all the different metrics and numbers that go along with it, your own personalized website, as well as being able to order your product back there. And then you're going to get access to our private Facebook groups and any other trainings that come up throughout the months. But I do want to have Haley definitely mention some new exciting news regarding her training platform.
Yeah. So, you guys, I was thinking that there just wasn't an all-in-one encompassing training site. Although doTERRA does a fantastic job of putting together for you your virtual office, and lots of leaders have really great duplication systems that they've been offering their teams, I just felt that these days a lot of people really love to learn from video. And they also really love to learn in little short increments. So what I did was I partnered with a company in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and we spent the last 6 months designing a website with tons of training modules on them. And so you can actually go in here and you can either choose the free version, which just has the basic few videos and kind of how to get started with your business, or you can opt into the premium version, which has about 100 times more content, and also the ability to share videos with other people, whether they're people on your team or whether they're people that you're actually trying to educate about the product or the business opportunity. And it also has a content management system as well, and we'll be having a calendar system as well on there. So I love it because I like to bring people into my business. I think it's a fantastic business. I spend a lot of time online. I spend a lot of time with people. I spend a lot of time talking to people. And I really wanted a tool so that I could actually get off my cell phone a little bit more, have more of a personal life, to be honest, and let people do the training that they can get to basically on their own through the site with a little bit of guidance from me. So I'm really excited about this training platform. It's actually going crazy right now with our company. People are absolutely loving it. And where a lot of the top leaders in the company are now messaging me and want to be a part of it, which is great, because now we'll have dozens and dozens of top income earners and really educated people, great leaders also contributing to the content.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about it too. I think one of the things that I've noticed is there's not too many other companies, whether it's different businesses that I've been in or even jobs, honestly. When you look at when you go into a job or a business, you want to have the proper training. I think when you look at a franchise model, you come in with all of this training just laid out for you in a simple and compact way to really maximize, your learning scale. So I think that's going to be a great added benefit. So, talking about how to grow your business, obviously Haley was mentioning, she wanted a way to basically duplicate her efforts in other people. And so the way that we build this business is actually a lot of different variations. But really what you want to do is you want to have an experience. You want your people to have an experience with the oils. Ideally, you're looking at in-person, whether it's a one-on-one sit down, whether it's a class that you hold. There are classes that you can put together, and they have a great class in a box, basically, that is a simple way for you to invite people over to experience the essential oils, and gives you kind of a platform and a step-by-step on how to go through that. So that's one great way. Haley and myself, we do a lot of online marketing. And social media, obviously, with Facebook and Instagram and all the different platforms, is another great avenue to really build a following of people that are interested in essential oils and natural solutions. I think also above and beyond is conference calls, webinars, just like this one that you're watching. Believe it or not, there's a lot of webinars that are being done on just telling people how to use essential oils. What are essential oils? So there's a lot of different ways you can grow your business. You're not stuck to just one, but I know that a lot of people within our team and our organization have done basically every different possible method. So there's a lot of support there. And then it's like, well, then how do I get paid? And I think getting into a little bit more detail, Haley's going to walk through a couple options here.
Exactly. So there's a bunch of different ways to get paid, actually, and we'll walk through them step by step. So the first way that you can get paid is actually if somebody just goes to your site and orders retail, which is great, but it's not a residual stream of income. So what we like to teach people is to help others open wholesale accounts. Doesn't mean that the person opening has to build a business. It just means they get their product for less. Okay. So every time you help somebody open an account, you get paid a fast start bonus. A fast start bonus is paid 3 levels deep to the person who enrolled the new person, then their enroller, and then their enroller. So for instance, since I enrolled Tom, I brought him into the business, I got paid 20% of his kit when he came on board. That's the level 1. And anything he purchased within the first 60 days. When he enrolls somebody, he gets paid 20%. And since I enrolled him, I get paid 10. And then my enroller gets paid 5. And that's really like through infinity. Like Tom can enroll somebody 6 years from now. He'll still get paid 20%. I'll still get paid 10%. My enroller will still get paid 5. So if you are taught how to be, quote unquote, a good enroller, this bonus can be phenomenal. Like I actually make a 6-figure income off of my fast start bonuses weekly. They're paid weekly. And the reason that we are paid the fast start bonuses is because it takes a while to build what we call the residual income in this business, meaning the income that's coming in over and over and over again because of that one person that you enrolled. So for instance, when I bring Tom in after the 60 days, we'll talk about this in a second, that unilevel commission begins, but that can be super slow. So this was doTERRA's way of really paying you more quickly upfront on a weekly basis, so you didn't have to wait for your monthly check. And for some people, this is great. This is what they can survive on. And for other people like Tom and I, we actually invest the fast start bonus back into our business so that we can build more business.
Yeah, I think that's a key point to make is people want to, obviously come in and be able to earn an income in a weekly basis is awesome. A couple other different ways that are able to be generating revenue through doTERRA is this power of three team bonus. Now, this is a monthly bonus. So paid out monthly based off of how you structure your team. There's a knack to this. You definitely want to work with your enroller to help you understand the different benefits of setting up your team structure. But just for simplicity's sake, we'll go through the first level here. So on this bonus, you can see there's three people. If I enroll three people and basically have those people plus myself, have a team volume equating of 600. You can see that on the right. 600 in team volume, along with those three enrollees that I've got, that earns me a $50 monthly bonus. And then it builds from there. So level 2, once you build out and have those three people, then enroll them three themselves, then they will get to a point where that commission becomes a $250 bonus, and then all the way up to $1,500 on a monthly basis for that bonus. And I think Haley had a great point that she mentioned to me earlier. You want to touch base on earning more than just one of those $1,500 bonuses.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing about this this power of three bonus is that it teaches you not only to create teams. Like, you don't want to put necessarily a customer on that top level and then build the power of three bonus underneath of them, because eventually that customer may not order 1 month, and then that power of three house of cards basically falls down. So it teaches you how to find leadership and build teams of leadership under teams of leadership. And it doesn't mean that a customer doesn't have a spot somewhere, but it just means, like, if I'm on the top and Tom is one of those three people, if I had a customer, I might put them underneath of one of Tom's teams somewhere, so they're on a lower level down, and so they can be supported as a customer, not be supporting others. Okay, so they can be like a fourth leg across or a fifth. But the other thing that's great is that this bonus can be paid out multiple times. So for the rank that I'm at, which is Presidential Diamond, actually double Presidential Diamond, I needed 6 legs, not 3, to hit that rank. And then I needed another 6 to hit it twice. So I was able to receive this $1,500 bonus the first time with my first 3 legs, and then again when I had my next 3 legs to hit Presidential. And then when I built my entire organization again, I ended up with this bonus 2 more times. So it's nice that, like, doTERRA really never stops paying you. The income stream is really unlimited.
Yeah, and I think one of the other important aspects of this is long-term residual income. And I think at the beginning, people are going to be focused with, how do I get paid and how do I get paid quickly? But myself, as well as Haley, I know, talking about investing in your business and really looking at it as a long-term play as well. Haley will talk a little bit more about her experience with this unilevel, but the way that this works, it's another monthly bonus. And if you look at the structure here, I don't want to get confused on numbers, but the first level, 2%, all the way down to the 7th level at 7%. So for example, Haley enrolling me, I'm first level, let's say, at 2%. So anything on those 3 people, for example, it's going to equate to $9 over that month. Now, when you go down to the 7th level, I'm sorry, that's 3 people. And then the 7th level, assuming you have 2,100 people in that level, that's going to earn you approximately $32,000 for that level. Most network marketing companies that use a unilevel structure like this, where they're paying multiple levels, actually switch this. And what they do is they put the 7th level as the smallest percentage. And I'll have Haley explain a little bit better than I can why doTERRA is doing this. But really long term, what you're looking at is this is going to be the most of your income is going to come from this unilevel bonus. And it's going to take a while to get there, but I know Haley can explain a little bit better.
Yeah. So basically, what, like Tom said, a lot of companies will start with paying their highest percentage out at top because that sounds tempting, right? Oh, I get paid the most right away. But what really happens when you're building a team is that you're going to have the most people below. So if I structure this team correctly and I have my 3 leaders at the top, and then I end up with 9 on the next level, and then 27, and then 54, we're going across like that. Obviously, as the levels go down, I'm going to have more people, and therefore I want to be paid out at the higher level, lower down. So what doTERRA does is they do exactly just that. And, we have actually run our numbers against or in comparison to other companies, like the exact same volume that's coming in. And we've run those exact numbers next to each other and flipped it. So like we plug the numbers into one company's plan where they're earning 7% at the top, 665, 532. We plug in the exact same numbers into ours. And it was actually astonishing what happened. We were basically shown that doTERRA is paying double, sometimes triple out in commission what other companies are paying out, which is hugely generous. In fact, when I saw those, I was like, I wanted to blast it all over the internet and be like, oh my gosh, what are you guys doing? Come over here. You're missing out on so many commissions, right? It was really unbelievable.
Yeah, and I think that good points, Haley. I think when you look at other companies and other opportunities, it is difficult to understand, especially if you're fairly new to this business and this industry. It's hard to understand all these numbers. What does this all mean? But when you look at the numbers compared to different companies, and you really do the research, what doTERRA has done is really put it in the best benefit of the advocate. The company obviously wants to make money growing, but they want to make sure that the advocates are doing the right thing and growing the business, and they're definitely paying out handsomely. One of the other bonuses is this leadership pool bonus. And so I'm going to actually defer to Haley.
Yeah, sure. So basically this leadership bonus is paid off to ranks that are silver and above. So when you come in at the rank of consultant, then director, then manager, then executive, then elite, then premier. And I would say that average premier is probably, the average elite is probably getting their monthly product paid for. They're making somewhere between $100 to $250 a month. An average premier might be making closer to $500 to $800 a month. And when you get into the ranks of silver, this is when we call this the leadership pools. This is when people are, it's like the equivalent of a part-time job. It's real serious residual income. So people are making closer to about, $2,500 a month. So that's what basically a silver makes. And then you can go all the way up to a presidential, and we'll talk about that in a second, where the average commissions are over 1.3 million a year. But when you hit these ranks, doTERRA is really generous. They actually pay you a percentage of the global profits of the company. And so what happens is, as a silver, in addition to, the fact that you're getting paid your unilevel commissions and your fast start bonuses and your power of three, you're also getting an extra share of the company's profit pools, which is roughly about $150 to $200. And then when you hit the rank of gold, you'll actually get 5 shares. So you might be making closer to about $500 to $700 a month. And when you hit the rank of platinum these days, you're making somewhere between $1,400 to $1,800 extra a month. And then when you hit the rank of diamond, you're thrown into the diamond pool. And a diamond pool is probably making closer to anywhere between an extra $3,000 to $5,000 a month. The average diamond actually makes about $15,000 a month. So this is just like a bonus on top of it. And then the actual blue share ends up being, I think these days, closer to $11,000 a month. There have been lower months in the 9s, but I think it's about 11. And then the average presidential bonus can be about 20,000 plus a month. And what's really cool is that you also get an extra share of your equivalent share for the people that you're helping rise up. So as a presidential diamond, which is the rank I'm at, I'll actually get an extra share for every new person that hits silver that I brought on. And the blue diamonds and the diamonds get paid for every new premier that hits. And then the silvers, golds, and platinums get paid for every new elite. So it's totally fair, equivalent to your rank. And, that bonus can double, triple, quadruple the more people that you're rising up.
Yeah, and I think, Haley, one thing to mention too is, I'm not sure if you had mentioned, which was it's based off of global profits, gross profits from the company. So as the company grows globally, that percentage goes, or this percentage stays the same, but the total amount goes up. And obviously, doTERRA has been growing quite rapidly. One of the things you're going to look at when going into an opportunity is looking at the average incomes. What can I expect to make if I hit a certain rank? Haley mentioned some numbers around the bonuses, average incomes. So for silver, silver is kind of that first leadership rank, averaging about 26,000 annually. About 62% of the leaders are in that rank. Going all the way up to platinum, platinum's right around that six-figure mark, and presidential diamond. These numbers are based on, I believe, 2014 year end. So these are released for 2014. But presidential diamond, as Haley had mentioned, less than 1% of the people are there, but the ability to earn incredible amount of income is there if you put in the work.
The other thing that I love about doTERRA is, in addition to getting paid, they actually take you on vacations. So I've been able to go to Tulum. I've been able to go to Jamaica, Dominican Republic. This year we're heading to Cancun, as well as when you hit presidential, you're invited to the presidential diamond trips. And we were a couple years ago in Haiti and the Dominican Republic as a second Dominican Republic trip. Last year in Ireland and Scotland, and this year in Romania, Bulgaria, and Switzerland to see some of our sourcing. So I love these in trips. I love the presidential trip. I also love the incentive trips. I believe that even if you don't win the incentive trip, then you should still pay to go. And had I not won, I definitely would have. I was actually the grand prize winner the first 2 years. And last year I slipped into second place. This year I think I'm fighting with Tom over trying to win it. But even if we don't, we will definitely get there. At this point, I think it's a done deal, though, locked in, that we're getting there and we're getting it paid. But these trips are a great opportunity to hang around with the owners, to go on a boat ride, or to play volleyball, or sit at a dinner, or build a sandcastle, or lay out at the pool, and get to know the owners one-on-one, and also get to know the wonderful wellness advocates in the company, and really work closely not only with your upline and downline, but also with your cross lines. So it's a recreational trip. It's super fun, but it also gives you the time to really get to know people and get some great business ideas as well.
Yeah, and I think too, Haley, hanging around like-minded people can do wonders for your attitude towards, what you're trying to build. And talking about why people join doTERRA, kind of hitting on my story. When I joined doTERRA, it was really for the business opportunity, and that's why I really have a belief in doTERRA's income opportunity. In addition to obviously loving the products and honestly believing in natural solutions, essential oils, but people obviously love the product. The numbers before don't lie. People love doTERRA essential oils, as well as they want to provide more natural solutions for their family, obviously wanting more income as well. So another additional aspect to this whole business is really the time flexibility. It's hard to say time freedom because nobody's really free with their time, but you have the flexibility to do what you want with your time. And then one of the big aspects for me too was the personal and professional growth. Personal growth is something that you need to do. If you're going to do this business, you need to get better at understanding what drives you and what motivates you, and keeping a positive attitude. There's a lot of times in life that you may get down, and this business is one of the best ways to really peak that internal growth engine. And then, being a part of a company that makes a positive change in the world. Haley had mentioned our co-impact sourcing. I love the idea that we're helping out communities worldwide, and not just the actual growers, but really helping families build additional incomes and businesses that they can feel proud about.
Yeah, and I just want to add a little personal note there before we move on to how you can actually make this all happen. Is I've actually been on a lot of these mission trips. I've been to the Dominican Republic. I've been to Haiti. My husband just got back from Nepal. We've met the growers in New Zealand. We're on our way to Bulgaria, like I mentioned, and we've actually seen what a difference we can make in these communities. We see what we're doing for these people, not only employing thousands of people and helping them, sustain themselves in their environments, but they're also super proud of the end product that they're producing. And we're also able to go in with our Healing Hands Foundation and not only give jobs to these people, but also add value to their environment. So my husband was actually building schools in Nepal, Last year we were basically giving people fresh running water for the first time by building a well in Haiti. And it's just a really amazing experience to see this happen. Like right in front of your eyes. So, you guys, I want to talk to you about how to actually become a wellness advocate. There's a couple of action steps that you'll want to make happen. One is obviously signing up and getting your wholesale account. And then once that happens, what we'll do is we'll get you trained. And whether you come on board with me or with Tom or with somebody else, you'll get with that person who signed you up and they will train you. Okay. They'll plug you into whatever system that they have going on for you. Specifically, Tom and I mentioned about our essential site, our Nourish Success site. So we'll get you plugged into that. We'll also get you plugged into, we have certain boot camps for you, a 30-day beginner boot camp and then a 60-day leaders boot camp. And we'll teach you how to network. We'll teach you how to share the products. We'll teach you how to talk to people in a very authentic and organic way and close sales, but in a way that doesn't feel like you're pushing product. And then we'll get you earning your commissions in the first week and we'll help you build your team.
Yeah, and I think getting a fast start with understanding and getting trained and understanding the commission structure. You're not going to know everything right away, but taking action is definitely the key to this business and really to anything in life. If you want to succeed, you're going to need to take action. So one of the ways to get started, as Haley mentioned before, was to purchase an enrollment kit. It is not necessary to purchase a kit, but it is highly recommended. Basically, there's a couple different options. I think there's probably about 6 or 7 kits that are available to really get started as a business owner and an essential oil advocate. One of the home essential kits that you'll see there on the left is a good way to start. It does include 10 of the most popular essential oils and a diffuser. What you're going to notice here is as you move through the kits, from the beginner kits all the way up to the higher end kits, is you're gonna get more product credits, you're gonna get more savings, as well as having the diverse product selection is gonna help you understand the products and really get comfortable with them. I know for myself, getting the largest kits possible really allowed me to not only save the most and get the most products that I can share with other people, but it allowed me to help learn about all the other stuff that they have beyond just essential oils. And Haley, if you want to jump in here and talk a little bit about why you'd want to invest in some of the bigger kits, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, your home essentials here is basically a little mini starter kit. It gives you about 10 oils. The price is $275, as you see. Those are the oils everybody needs. I mean, hands down, they're in every kit, by the way, but you need to have those 10 oils, and that's why they're in the home essentials kit. I mean, if you wanted to go a different direction, like we do have kits for athletes or kits for emotional aromatherapy or kits for cleansing, they are in a similar price point, a little bit less, a little bit more, give or take, but that's sort of your starter level. Then we have our mid-size level, which is our natural solutions. And this is where your more serious customer might come in, really want to make a little bit more of a dent in their overall health, or a business builder that, is just starting off, but can't get with the biggest kits. But what you'll see in value is that even though this kit is less than $250 more, meaning that it's not even double the price, you're actually getting about 3 times as much product in it. So that box of Lifelong Vitality hiding underneath of this hand soap in the back, and that white diffuser hanging out back there, and the $100 product credit that you get are all worth about $300. So when you start at a base level of the $275 price from the home essentials, and then you add in that $300 value, you're already at $375. I mean, $575 right there. And the kit is only $550. And then you look at all of the other value you get. You have another 10 oils. You've got some of the cleansing products. You've got a bunch of the On Guard products that are going to help boost your immune system, including the toothpaste, the hand soap, the beadlets. You've got some skincare. You've got the Deep Blue Rub. You've got the box that people love to carry their oils in. So this is a kit that actually does save you about $350 long-term, including the credit. And then you can bump up to another kit that we don't have a picture here called the Every Oil, which will give you about a $600 value of free stuff. And then you can bump up here to our largest kit, which includes the whole product line, just so you can see what that looks like, where you're actually saving, almost $1,000 in this kit, including the credit. So my opinion is if you're doing this as a business, you will need and you will want every single one of these products in the diamond kit at some point. Do you have to get it all today? Absolutely not. Some of you will want to. You'll want to save the money and get the most value, the most bang for your buck. And some of you won't have that budget right now, and that's just fine. So what you do is you choose the kit that fits best with your budget that you can do today. And you either contact myself, you contact Tom, you contact the person who invited you to watch this webinar, and you let them know that you're ready to start your journey with doTERRA.
Yeah, thanks again, Haley. I'm excited for everyone that's seen this, and definitely get back to the person that invited you to watch this. I know they're eager to hear back what you learned, and let them know you're ready to start your journey. I think taking action, like I said, is the key to success in life.
Thank you, guys. Have a great rest of whatever day you're on, and we'll all see you online. Enjoy your oils.
Thank you.